Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back today, man. We got another body cam. Today we got teen criminal forced to tell mom about his crimes. Y'all know me. I kind of, you know what I'm saying, I always censor myself, you know. You kind of got to, you know, with YouTube, it is what it is, bro. You just got to keep pushing. But y'all see the title. Y'all know what it is. This can be dark, twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's done in the dark comes to the light. And when you're doing crime and stuff, you know, it's eventually going to catch up to you.
Facts.
Know? And so, I don't know what these kids be thinking nowadays. But make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want to further support, all you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
like it with a thumbs up.
But let's hop into it, man. We got another body cam. Let's get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get it, shawty.
Is she okay?
Do you see where she's hit at?
No, it's on the side of her head. They're saying she's pregnant too.
Take a deep breath.
This woman was just informed that her daughter, Tiara Harris, was shot in a gang-related incident and is in critical condition.
They just were shooting, and the blood just started dripping from her head, like shooting them under the ambulance. Like, I can't even talk right now, bro.
Her boyfriend rushed her to the hospital, but sadly, it was already too late. And the worst part, Tiara had nothing to do with the shootout. She was an innocent bystander. A simple mix-up left an innocent, pregnant mother of two dead, her children now motherless, and her family absolutely heartbroken. The police now face a grueling investigation. However, with everyone involved supposedly being gang members, catching the killers would prove to be much harder than anything they'd done before. We've been in touch with Yolanda, the mother featured in this video, and are proud to share that half of the video's profits will be donated to the Akron-based charity First Glance Student Center. At 7:29 p.m. on April 14th, Akron Police Department would receive multiple calls reporting dozens of gunshots being fired out of 1492 Rockaway Street. Witnesses would describe what seemed like a gang-related shooting with multiple cars speeding away from the scene, one being a silver four-door Chevy. Police managed to quickly track down the Chevy, following it as the driver sped across back roads in Akron. However, the Chevy wasn't actually running from the cops. It instead would pull over somewhere that concerned the cops even more. The hospital.
Somebody.
There's someone in the car still.
Yep. Hey, hold up. 5807. 5807.
Go ahead and shut the car off. Shut the car off. Shut the car off here. Go ahead and put your hands on top of your head, all right? Nope. Hands on top of your head. Step out.
I ain't gonna lie, you gonna be doing some crime, bro. You supposed to roll, get out. Keep, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like you pulled into a whole parking spot. You might as well just take yourself to the police station. Say, man, I just want to go and turn myself in.
Facts.
Like, y'all be doing some of the dumbest shit, bro.
Well, do we have someone checking High Street?
All right, man. Here, step back here to the back of the car. Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
With the incident being reported as a gang-related shootout, police would assume the man driving the Chevy to be a gang member, meaning he would be very unlikely to talk to them. So instead, they decide to stop him in the back of a patrol car for later interrogation. As this was going on, dozens of additional 911 calls would ring in, witnesses would arrive at the Akron Police Department to give their testimonies, and more cars would arrive at the hospital. Most importantly, though, 4 miles away, a young woman would be placed in an ambulance under critical condition with a bullet wound to her head. Turns out all of this would be connected to a large group of reckless shooters. It's at this point that we need to step in. This is one of the most complex and mysterious cases we've ever covered, so we need to break down some details first in order for you to fully understand the case itself and how well the police handled every single step of solving it. At 7:22 p.m., a car arrived at 1492 Rockaway Street carrying a number of people who started hanging out with some friends on the side of the road. This group included Javier Small, Lanier Worthy, and Jonte Smith. Everything seemed fine until 7:29 p.m., a black vehicle reversed into the street carrying Tiara Harris and her boyfriend George. Her boyfriend recognized some of the people on the sidewalk and wanted to back up and say hi to them. At that very moment, on the other end of the street, 3 men emerged from an unrelated vehicle and started firing bullets. These men were Zyeir Saunders, 17-year-old Antonio Whitaker, and Darion Rackley, all affiliated with the gang BBM, a notoriously violent gang active in Akron at the time. There was also the driver of the car, Jeremiah Williams. Their shots scattered the group on the sidewalk, with everyone running for cover. In the panic, Jonte and Javier drew their guns and began to shoot back. Bullets went back and forth, and everyone went into a panic as they realized their lives were at risk and a bullet could strike them at any moment.
Hold on.
They shooting at this
Yeah.
But the shooter,
that's what I was gonna say. But ignorant over there got his car running. Hold on.
So are they with BBM?
Hold on. Let me say this.
I'm confused.
This don't look like a backup to say what's up. Cause he hanging out the window. If I'm just backing up, and I'm a slow backup, I'm not backing up that fast to say what's up to anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a slow backup, like you hollering at somebody about some whatever going on. When you doing it more erratically, hanging out the window like that, coming just from my knowledge of where I come from and the stuff we see on a daily basis, when somebody backing up like that erratically, some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Because they start shooting this way.
Right.
They hop out running. I don't see them aiming back the other way in the back.
Right.
The person in his front is aiming at the black car.
And I also peeped that when they had pulled him out the car at the hospital, I was like, the window looked like someone has been shooting from the inside because it wasn't like how it's shattered and it didn't shatter like inwards. It was like somebody.
That part I can't necessarily say.
Well, I haven't watched a lot of stuff, so I'm just like how. But I'm confused. Okay, let's go.
To shoot back. Bullets went back and forth, and everyone went into a panic as they realized their lives were at risk and a bullet could strike them at any moment. Seconds later, the dust settled, and the BBM members Zyeir, Antonio, and Darion fled the scene. However, a grueling silence would ring throughout the street as Tiara's boyfriend, George, realized Tiara was the sole victim of the shooting. With BBM splitting up and running in different directions, George flooring it to the hospital, and everyone on the sidewalk either heading inside or preparing to head to the hospital too, cops would begin the grueling task of figuring out what just happened, and who, ultimately, was the one that fired the killing shot. Now that you understand exactly what happened, we can join the police as they try to figure out what just went down and how to solve the developing mystery. Remember that all the cops have received at this point is a phone call alerting them to the shooting and a description of the silver Chevy they've just pulled a gang member from.
There's another victim that's at we don't know where. Because
he was the driver of the front silver car. The newer model Chevy, because both of them look like Chevy Impalas. It's just this one's a newer model than the other one. The other one's an older Chevy Impala, but he was shooting at the black car.
Yeah,
and he had all black, just like the other group of guys.
That's why you're right.
And the two dudes that ran looked like they got out of his car. Could have been a drug deal gone bad. Nobody knows. And they're young, so like even trapping on some shit, bruh. I don't know.
where that victim's going to go. There's a possibility that victim may be deceased.
Yeah, they got shot. Okay. They got.
Someone's got to go check, probably.
Two of the officers ran over to the front of the hospital and discovered Zyeir Small and his girlfriend in complete distress.
And I'll say this, bro, because it happens so much. Y'all, like, a lot of females want to be into these. My nigga, he do this. My nigga, he do this. My nigga, he'll buzz your ass here. Don't get to holler, hooping and hollering when you and your nigga get shot at. You know what I'm saying? Because then y'all hooping and hollering, man, mother, she got shot in the face. But that's what comes with their life, you know? Like, why? Like, we so intrigued and we boastful about it when it ain't happening to us. But as soon as it happened to us, is... Man, y'all gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like, if you okay with your dude doing a crime, be okay when you get popped, when something happened to you. You know what I'm saying? And also, if you know you living this life, why we hanging outside out in the open? Bro, like, oh, man, I'm hot. It's hot, bro. I'm hot. Like, people want me. I'm in and out. Before I come out, I'm looking, checking. And that ain't about being scary. It's about being aware of what's going on. You peep, boom, boom, boom. Trust me, I done came out the house and been attacked. Phew. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So you start moving carefully. You peep out. You know what I'm saying? When you coming out that house and there ain't nothing but a bunch of niggas coming at you, you oh shit. You trust me. You don't know what, like, I ain't gonna lie. When that happened to me, time stood still. I was like, what the fuck going on?
Yeah.
And I was able to peep every face. And they were coming from both sides. Because you know how my mom's house is. Like, so for me, it was this way and this way. And it was 10 dudes. I caught everybody's face. And the only reason why nothing happened to me that day, because my sister because it was night. It was like 8 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. And I came out the house hollering at some dudes. It was a setup, though. Mm-hmm. And my sister said, something just don't seem right. Mm-hmm. Luckily, she was at the house. If not, I ain't no telling what would have happened. But she came and opened up the door. As soon as she opened up the door, everybody scoured like this. They came, she opened up the door. And it literally happened like this. Soon as I walking down, you know how casually I walk. I'm walking down, and next thing you know, I just saw everybody collapse like this. The dudes I thought was cool, they just squared off like this. We all in like 8th grade when this happened, 8th, 9th grade, somewhere around there. But trust me, like, it was a lot of gang activity. That's when I'm like, but she opened the door, everybody scoured, and went this way. And I don't know. It just, man, when you praising it, you gotta understand what comes with it, though. You know.
You gotta hang tight out here. He can't go with you in that room because she's gotta go to get checked out. Hang tight. Let's go back up.
As it turns out, another girl was also hit in the shooting. That being this man's girlfriend. Luckily, she was only shot in the leg, but he was still extremely distraught and horrified about the whole incident.
Bro, I'm on house arrest. I gotta go. I gotta go to the house with my girl, bro. We'll get you. I'm gonna come back. I'll tell you after. I just got in the car. I don't know, bro.
Oh, he took it to the hospital.
No.
Despite how distraught this guy is, he was a passenger in the Chevy, which they just found multiple firearms inside of. So police promptly arrested him.
Hey, Palpy, we'll take him over here.
Across town, however, there's someone in a much worse position. Tiara Harris, the passenger in the black car.
Can I open that up?
I'm trying to. You gotta do it? All right.
They're saying she's pregnant too.
Okay.
How pregnant is she?
Wow.
How far along? 2. Okay. 2 weeks.
Maybe 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
44, is there anything flying around underneath the pulse?
Am I allowed to ride in the car with her though to the hospital?
Not right now. I'm sorry, man.
Bro, Yanni just got shot. I mean, T just got shot. Bro, just in the car, just driving down the street in Kenworth, driving from over there, and they just was shooting. None of the glass broke, but she wasn't like moving or talking.
Oh, the shot came through the car. The dude was busting at the car. Mm-hmm. He involved in some shit she probably don't even know about. And then, I don't know if she laid back like this after getting shot. Or she was already laid back like that.
I don't know.
Because even being laid back like that, the bullet could have went through and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If she was laid back.
Like, yeah, I don't know if they did that or that's how she did. Like, when she started hearing the shot, you know, just natural instincts to kind of, like, get out of dodge or whatever. You just kind of, I don't know.
And he ain't speed out quick enough for me, bro.
That's why I'm, like, so confused as to what's going on, what's happening, what's your involvement.
His involvement is more than what's being, you know what I'm saying?
Right, at this moment.
Or what they even found out. Because they ain't going to find out every last detail.
So I just brought her, and the blood just started dripping from her head. Like, bro, we see in the hospital. She's in the ambulance. Like, I can't even talk right now, bro.
Tiara was immediately rushed to the local hospital, and her boyfriend George was brought in for questioning. He wasn't a lead suspect, but police did find it odd that he just happened to arrive at the site of a violent shooting right as it all went down. He would claim to be innocent and actually provide a detailed description of everything that went down that night.
You turned off here, so
no, I didn't. I came this way, and I said, "What y'all got? Like, what y'all got going on over here?" Like, I'm like basically saying, y'all good.
You ain't gonna pull up and like, what y'all got going on over? Sketchy, bro.
Right. As soon as I said that, somebody from down here got to just shooting a gun that just kept shooting. That's all I know. But I didn't hear nobody or nothing like that.
So you're right there, and then you heard that. How many shots did you hear?
Man, I can't even recall. It was a lot. And then as soon as I
so you were facing this way?
No.
You literally backed all the way on.
Say I'm coming down here.
Okay, he beat with the other car.
Like, this would be Rockaway.
Okay.
Down, I backed up.
Oh, so you backed, so the back of your car was facing that way?
And I'm like, is y'all, I'm like, what y'all got going on? Like, I look out just like that.
Like out the window?
Like, as soon as I even, like, it should have been me, like, you feel me? Because I'm the one that looked straight out the window, like, are y'all all right? Y'all good type stuff?
The cops asked him why he was even there in the first place, to which he just said he knew a couple of people on the street and that he had absolutely no involvement in the shooting. He's claiming that when he peeked out the window, his friends mistook him for the shooter and began to fire bullet after bullet directly at his vehicle.
No, your friends don't mistake you if they know you. His
friends mistake him. So you claiming these your friends?
Or were you? That don't sound right. See,
it's a little gappy for me. I need you to make it make sense.
Your friends ain't gonna shoot at you,
like if
because they would know your girl car or you,
or whatever,
and they would know your voice. And they would have peeped you as soon as the dude started shooting.
No.
According to him, it wasn't an accident, but a misunderstanding, making the whole situation even more tragic. With George's statement, they were a little clearer on the whole situation. But they'd made no progress into actually solving the case or tracking down the real perpetrators. That was until they returned to the scene and spoke to a number of witnesses who had watched the entire event take place.
It was 2 African Americans. Where were they running? Young kids. They come from back there across this backyard next door and out the driveway.
They hopped the fence?
Black. He had a face mask on and had a 9mm. And then the other one had a semi-automatic rifle, and they were almost to the corner of the house running this way, and they both jumped the fence. Like when the kid in the hoodie jumped the maroon hoodie jumped the fence, he dropped the semi-automatic rifle in the driveway.
I was just out back cutting some stuff, and all I heard was just a barrage of bullets, fully auto. It wasn't 3-round burst, 4-round. It was fully auto.
Coming off fast.
Oh yeah, hot and loud and fast. And then I saw Two guys, when I was out back, I could see through the backyards, through the fence. I saw a silhouette of two guys running up towards that street, returning single shots as they were running away.
Okay.
There's casing.
Hold on. Peep this right here.
Single shots.
These two shooting at the black car.
Right.
This person right here and this right here. And this person, they're shooting literally, both of those are shooting at the black car. The other car is shooting at them. That's why it made sense to me. When George probably was the first car to roll past to spot, then backed up and said something to him to make sure that it was a go to say who it is.
So you think that George is with?
I'm just hypothetical.
So I'm just saying. Do you think George possibly is
could
with
be
the older Chevy car, the other gray one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think, because bro, they're both busting at him.
Yeah,
you know if somebody's shooting from behind you or in front of you,
and you can't like I'm misunderstanding. I know your car. Like if these folks I know, like,
and they would know your voice because I said what y'all got going on over here.
I am.
If it's some friends if these are friends.
He just said some people I knew on the street. That can mean anything.
Exactly. I know my ops. Those some people I know.
Yeah.
I might put, because trust me, it's been plenty of times where you in the road past, I'll be like, what y'all on, fool? Like, what you on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just checking temperature. Seeing what's, and they be just riding to see if y'all out.
Yeah.
But everybody got a spot car.
True.
As they were running away. Okay. There's casings up here. Yeah.
It just don't make sense that he was just an innocent.
Here, you think?
I heard it was like 30.
Like where all these cones are at, probably that amount?
30 or 40. But this happened over there all the time.
Where's over there?
Right there, the house right there.
I heard a lot of gunfire, but when I first heard it, I thought it was a backfire because I saw this car sitting over here where all the cones are. And he had his lights on. Mm-hmm. So I thought he was working on a car and it backfired real bad. Then I saw them loading people into cars to take them to the hospital, and I knew it wasn't, because this has happened so many times before. I don't know what we're supposed to do. Right. We can't go outside, nothing.
Even with all this new information, though, the cops are only slightly closer to figuring out what happened. They were now at least able to confirm that one group of shooters rolled up and started the exchange before another responded, causing a huge exchange of bullets throughout the neighborhood. But they still had two major questions. Who were the shooters, and how was Zyeir involved? Well, the cops had just spotted another witness that might be able to answer their questions. A woman who was actually on the street the moment the bullets started flying.
So you don't live here?
I'm not even from here. Oh, I was just.
So who owns the house?
Anitra Johnson.
She is? Okay.
She was out to eat when I called her.
Okay. Everyone's okay though, right? The kids?
The kids, yes.
Yeah,
the kids are okay. I got them in the back watching TV.
Okay.
There was another girl outside. I think she got shot in the thigh or the leg. I think they took her probably to the hospital.
Okay.
She definitely got hit.
Okay. So what did you see?
I've been outside. To be honest, we all family. So we're all outside prayer wrestling, like act like we hitting each other and stuff. Next thing I know, I just heard these gunshots. I'm like, all right, was that a BB gun? Come through shooting.
Yeah.
And it was like, pow, pow, pow. They came through again. So I'm running up, I didn't even know where the gunshots came from. I'm running up, trying to grab the kids. They came through twice.
Okay. Did the house get hit and roll?
I mean, I don't even fuck. Is that a bullet hole right here? I don't know. I was really just trying to grab the kids.
And especially with her not being from there, she don't know what hoes was here before.
Mm-hmm.
Hoes wasn't here. Like if she is truly just a visitor, that's the reason why. Also, if I'm visiting somewhere, man, I'm in the house. I'm not outside. Like unless it's like when I go back home, my neighborhood I grew up in, I might kick it there. But like if I'm anywhere else, like if I ain't familiar with the area, bro, why we outside? Like let's go in the house.
True.
Or let's go in the backyard.
Let's go in the house.
See, I'm in the house.
I'm in the house.
You want to go to the backyard?
I'm in the house.
You also a lady.
She said, so what? They got out of the car?
They didn't even get out of the car.
Or they just started, they were hanging out
shooting?
They
was hanging out shooting.
Okay. Did you see how many by chance? Three of them? Okay.
They weren't hanging. Good we got surveillance. Because a lot of time witness statements.
Because when you in a moment, like you think you seen something
shit.
or hearing something, but you trying to take cover, you know what I'm saying? So you're not scoping every single thing that's going on.
And I'll be 100. If this me in this situation, motherfucker, I don't see shit. I'm trying to save myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to run, duck, and hide. Unfortunately, I ain't see what I ain't know where the bullet was coming from. I'm just trying to get low, stay low, and get out the way.
Now it's starting to sound a lot more like a drive-by shooting, notoriously one of the hardest types of crimes to solve, especially if the vehicle was stolen. The cops are starting to lose confidence that they'll ever find Tiara's killer, but then they decide to ask one simple question.
Ma'am, do those cameras work?
I believe so.
Okay.
She on her way home.
Oh, she is? Okay, perfect.
There were CCTV cameras on the property, and as soon as the homeowner got back, they'd have access to the footage. So in just a few hours, the cops were able to put together just enough footage to understand exactly what happened. Remember, we already know all of this, but for the police, this was huge. Now they had a detailed timeline of the entire incident, including at what time it went down, how many people were involved, and which vehicles the suspects used. This would be very useful in the coming interrogations in terms of verifying their suspects' claims and pressuring them to confess. Police finally had a solid piece of evidence, and right as their case had started to build some substance, their biggest lead yet would step out right in front of them.
I have video of them carrying the girl that got shot.
I can put it on an SD card.
And that's not the same one that was at
She'll send her a link and then she can just upload it from there.
Right after they took off.
Not only had they seen the entire thing go down, but as soon as they heard gunshots, they started recording. They managed to get this clear footage of a man getting into the same vehicle spotted at the shooting just minutes earlier. Now all they needed to do was track down the car using the visible license plate, and they'd have their first lead suspect. With that said, these kids were no strangers to running from the police, and the officers would begin the hunt to find these evil teens. While all of this was going on, police had another, perhaps more nerve-wracking situation to handle. Tiara had passed away, and her family had no idea.
There's currently not letting too many people in the hospital. Let's step over here, see where all these cruisers are.
My car, okay?
Where's your car at?
I'm right here because I didn't know.
Or this one?
Right here.
Sorry, which one? Okay. What's your daughter's name? You're here for your daughter?
Tiara Harris.
Kiara Harris. We'll say have you stand right here next to this sign. We'll have someone go over and talk to you, okay? Take a deep breath.
Is she okay?
I don't know the names of who they are currently, miss.
Just listen to the cop's tone here. He knows just how bad things are looking for Tiara, and he absolutely doesn't want to break that news to her mother yet, especially when he sees just how emotional she's starting to get. Tiara's autopsy showed a single bullet struck her in the head and remained there. Well,
it looked like it went through the eye area.
The top of it.
Yeah. Damn. Because, like, I said this, my stepbrother got shot in the head. It was, like, right here. Mm-hmm. But it actually, it stopped. Mm-hmm. It actually went through the top and it stopped. And they said that's the reason why he didn't die, because it didn't go all the way through. So his was, like, right around here. Mm-hmm. And when they was able to remove the skull and do surgery on the brain, unfortunately left him crippled, though.
Mm-hmm.
Tragic. This information would allow police to identify the exact bullet type and then gun used to shoot Tiara. If they could find the owner of this gun, they would be able to match it to the bullet, and justice could be served for Tiara and her family.
Right. Hey, come here!
They got a bunch of people showing
up.
That's
my son and my nephew.
Okay, well, listen, they can't go in. It's going to be you.
Y'all go in the car. Go in the car.
They're telling us to wait outside.
I know. I'm going in. Go in my car.
The entire family is in distress, with her mom shaking and doing everything she can to stay strong in front of her kids. It's truly a nightmare situation, and it only got worse from there. At around 8:30 p.m., they were informed that Tiara didn't make it. A bullet to the back of the head had ended her life, sending her family into complete grief and agony. Now, police knew that they absolutely had to catch the people that did this to Tiara, or risk letting down her and her entire family. At this point...
And that might be the reason why she died, because it went through the back and not the front. That's
These
sad,
are
bro.
so, like, yeah.
Stop hanging with all these people that's in. If they want to be in the street, let them. That don't mean you have to choose to. Even your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. If that's the life they want to choose, that's not the life that you choosing. Yeah. Stop voluntarily being a part of shit that you ain't got shit to do with. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we volunteer. We know people. Because trust me, I've been involved hanging with people that's actively doing drive-bys, actively doing home burglaries, actively everything under the sun. I know plenty of people that's in jail right now for life for murders. And I was hanging with them. It's people my mom met while she was working at the prison. It's like, you such and such, Mom? She like, yeah. Oh, I used to hang with your son. She like, huh? Yeah, we used to go over there and hoop us. She like, no, y'all. I'm like, and then she calls, you like, you know, yeah, they been over here. Yeah, they been over here before. They was, you know what I'm saying? I used to let everybody come over and hoop. Damn, we folk been at my house where I been at work. You know what I'm saying? Stop actively hanging with people. You know what I'm saying? That you know. That's honestly, I feel like that's one reason why I don't socialize with people nowadays. Is because you never know what time people be on.
True.
Police had 6 different suspects on the run, all tied to the shooting, and they would eventually manage to track down and get interrogations with all of them. Their start came in the form of a Facebook post by someone named Jeremiah Williams, described as a member of the BBM gang. Apparently, the post consisted of him bragging about being at the shooting and escaping without getting caught. By using his Facebook profile, they'd find his address and pick him up for interrogation. With Jeremiah also being a supposed gang member, he too would prove to be extremely difficult to break. However, by using expert methods, police would actually get him to break completely, to the point where he actually started to cry.
You want some tissue? Yeah, that's true. How's it going, Jeremiah? Pretty good. Sorry for the wait, man. I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Davis. Nice to meet you. Alright, and so the reason why we have you sitting here talking to us is we need you to think back to April. There's an incident that happened on Rockaway. You remember this? This young lady got shot. You remember hearing about that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so during our investigation, your name's been coming up. But do you know about where you were that day, if you can? Or
I was definitely at home.
Apparently, Jeremiah also has an alibi, and even gives multiple names over that'll attest he wasn't on Rockaway that night.
You're at home.
Boy, you already self-snitched.
And if you didn't have anything to do with it and you want to feel like you, whatever, that's your fault.
Yeah. Like, cause we just went through a situation where, like, literally somebody, as soon as they come out of court, they already know what you're doing.
Yeah.
They already like, hey, we see what you're doing right here. As soon as you done left here, we done already caught everything. Like, what the fuck y'all act like, bro? They are literally peeping. Whoever is actively on a roster. Mm-hmm. They peep at everybody. Soon as they upload a photo and they tag whoever they homies or whoever they cool with in the photo. Now they starting to look at this person. They starting to look at that person. They want to see who all you involved with. True. They want to track down. So now, especially if you say, for instance, you don't supposed to be around any active gang members. So you just post a photo. Oh, let's see if you around these people. Let's see if they gang members. Oh, they gang members. All right, bam, we can lock you up. Man, I know my cousin. They active gang members. Hey, y'all know they ain't got no criminal record. Well, you tagged them.
Like the one that said he was on house arrest. I'm pretty sure you probably don't supposed to be around him, around guns, around nothing. But you sitting in the car. You in front of the house, but you sitting in the car around all this stuff. Like, let's be real.
Facts. They gonna catch. Like, why you? If you do a crime, never. No. Y'all can't keep telling what y'all doing, bro. They watching everybody.
Where was that at Amherst?
Amherst. This was right before my mom moved to Louisiana. My best friend, Rob, talked to her sister, the girl that died, her sister, Diane or however you say her name. My best friend, Rob, was like in the kind of little...
Like dating?
Yeah, with her sister. And it was crazy. We got on Facebook and it was all over Facebook. Her sister had got killed and stuff. And my mom was like, ain't that the girl that came over here the other day? And we like, no, that was her little sister.
Has her little sister reached out to you guys or anything?
We haven't talked to her.
Peep this, peep. He said, my best friend Rob dates her sister, right? He is supposed to be one of the ones that was in the back car. Rob dates her sister. Wouldn't it make sense for George to be cool with Rob too?
I mean,
to a degree.
Sometimes it's like that, but not all the time. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
So couldn't it be that they were cool with George? The ones that first get out the car shooting, and that's the reason why they returned fire? I don't know.
I mean, I don't talk to her at all for real, but.
So you were at your house on Amherst?
Yeah.
Was there anyone with you that day?
My mom.
What's your mom's name?
My mom's name is April.
However, the detectives know this to be untrue. They know he was at the scene from the Facebook post he made. They know he did it, so they want to get a confession, or even better, some information that might help put more people in handcuffs. The thing is, they're initially going to find that a lot harder than they'd hope.
I have to ask, do you recognize this car?
Dude, this was the car that was in that video. That's on Facebook.
So you remember it? Yeah. Have you ever been in this car?
No.
Do you know who drives this car or owns this car?
I don't know him by like name, but I know who he is. His name like Pa or something.
Pa?
That's what they call him.
Do you know, can you describe him?
That's funny because I don't even really know what he looks like. Like, I mean, every time I've seen him with a ski mask on.
Okay.
Like, I've never seen him outside of a ski mask.
Okay. All right. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your past. Like, have you ever been in trouble or anything?
Yeah. I'm actually right now. I got probation.
So, like, just a weapons possession charge is all you got?
It's like carrying a concealed firearm in a motor vehicle.
Gotcha, yeah.
Jeremiah is making a conscious attempt to give as little information over as possible while still trying to seem cooperative. He's smart. He doesn't want to completely close himself off, as that'll make him seem guilty, but he also doesn't want to give up any vital information. The cops ask him who was there, where he was sitting in the car, even questions about the guns, but he refuses to speak, and he's starting to seriously frustrate the cops. But all this talk of courts and investigations doesn't seem to be getting them anywhere at all. So instead, they switch gears. They're going to be as direct as possible and give it to him straight. That's their last hope at getting him to crack.
What do your friends call you? Do you have a nickname or anything?
Jay.
We're just getting to know you, man.
Right.
Obviously, we can see that you're not a bad person. Just the vibes I'm getting.
Yeah, for sure.
But you're in here talking to us for a reason. And it comes back down to this incident. You being honest with us is what we'll be able to work with you. We know that you were there. And we also got your DNA in this car.
If I've been in that car, I would tell you guys I've been in that car. I don't have no reason to lie or no reason to put myself in any trouble.
Your role in it is the driver, because we know you're the driver. Really what we're looking for is why. You're already being charged with the incident. You explaining your actions and what really went down is just going to help with your role in this. And we know you didn't pull the trigger, but you not being honest with what went down is not going to help you. It's going to, the prosecutor and the judge and jury are going to look at someone who's not remorseful.
Drove over there and they started shooting.
So they told you to drive over to Rockaway?
Yeah.
Who was sitting where in the car?
In the front, and Sibo sitting behind me, and then Pa sitting down the door.
It worked. The cops actually got a name. It was a nickname, but cops could eventually tie this back to a man named Zyeir Saunders, who would be interrogated later. This was huge. They'd actually gotten a gangster to tell on one of his partners. But they weren't done yet.
We gotta also quit calling people gangsters. Just because you want to be a little street, it don't make you gangster. Bro, like, I think we get those terminologies, like, man, so, other terms, send-outs, what we call them? That's a lot of difference. This is a do-boy, a flunky. A lot of people ain't the gangster, bro. The gangster is the one who would have hopped out the car by himself, went and shot him down by himself, and got back in the car and told him to go. And you say something, you know.
And my thing is, you said you drove over there. They told you to drive over there. You didn't know what was whatever. They hopped out, started shooting. Y'all not just hopping out, start shooting. Y'all not just driving up and you don't know what's going on. And then you get on Facebook. Then you get on Facebook later on, boasting about it that you got away with it. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. So, like, let's be for real. You ain't like, what was the point in putting it on Facebook?
And if exactly. So think about it this too, right? If you boasting about saying you had something to do with it, if you just a driver, there's no reason why you should take anything to Facebook. So for you to take it out to Facebook, were you really the driver or were you one of the shooters, right?
My main issue is that you acting like you didn't know that you was taking them over there to do whatever. Y'all blacked out. Y'all got.
That's the thing. See, you gonna say that. Like you will say that. Like I've been.
What I'm saying is, if you're going, what I'm saying is stand on it. You putting it on Facebook, talking about you got away with it. Stand on it. Don't get in it. I get what I know, but I'm saying nothing.
I get what you said.
Just forget it.
But I'm saying what I'm trying to say is, were you really the driver? Because maybe he like, well, I'll put myself as the driver. Because if they said, we know you driving the car, and if I know for a fact I wasn't driving the car, I would have, I wasn't driving the car. I wasn't driving the car that day. I didn't leave the house. You got to stand on what you said. I guess he said, well, we know you was driving the car. All right, maybe in a situation, a lot of y'all dumb and don't know the law and don't know legalities. But even if you driving, well, I ain't hop out. I ain't know what was going on. You still get charged with the commission of a crime. Ain't that what happened with my little cousin?
Mm-hmm.
She driving the car. What she get charged with?
I don't know what she got charged with.
Murder. Somebody died. She driving the car. I ain't know what they were going over there to do. All I did was drive.
Did she go off on it?
Nah, she still got. She bailed out.
Oh.
She out on bail.
But yeah, anyway.
With accessory to, I think, but yeah, she dumb as hell too. The fuck, y'all? I ain't know they were going over there to do that. But you get the same charges they ass got.
He knew he still had more information, and they weren't going to stop putting on the pressure now.
We got to go back to who was in the car with you. I know you know Zebo. Pa, you say you just know him by Pa. You know his real name? Okay. And the third person, you're saying how often have you seen him?
He the weak one of the group.
Would you be able to identify that last person by a picture?
Jeremiah physically looks defeated. He's avoiding eye contact and is hunched over. He likely never saw himself giving up the names of his partners, but that's exactly where he found himself. The cops, however...
He must be the weakest one, because you always go after the weak one. The weakest one is the one I'm going to go after, because he'll be the 9 times out of 10 the one to tell the most. The other ones, they ain't going to be too quick to tell. You know what I'm saying? And
also, if, like, say for instance, they do or did have information that he for sure was the driver, yeah, I'm going to go after... Because I'm going to go after the driver, because you're not the one shooting the gun. So I feel like you'll be easier to break.
Because you're going to be the one where, shit, I want shooting, so y'all can't charge me with the
You would think.
They think
because you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they young.
True.
However, are over the moon, even managing to get descriptions of the people he doesn't know the names of. They ask a few more questions before leaving him alone for a minute to prepare their next move. However, on their return, they didn't expect to see Jeremiah, a once tough and unbreakable gang member, to cry because of what he'd done.
Would you say his first name was what? Darian. Is this him? Do you want some tissue, man? I need a verbal yes or no if that's him.
Damn. I wonder, is he crying for remorse, or he crying because, damn, I'm finna have to tell some shit, and this shit gonna come back on me, and that's life or death for me. You know what I'm saying? Not even the fact that I'm possibly finna face prison time, but some people, it depends on the level. Now, don't get it twisted. Just because they out here shooting a gun don't make them the toughest guys in the world. So just because we go to jail don't mean y'all gonna do something to me. But some, they know, damn, bro, like they'll try to get you gone in jail.
Yeah.
Because now they turn snitch. And I wouldn't turn snitch unless I get a lawyer involved. That's when I'm turning snitch. So I can cop a plea deal. I don't go down for no homicide. And I get to come home. Why y'all be talking without a lawyer, bro? No, nobody ever say lawyer. Y'all all get in this motherfucker, start singing like canaries. Then we end up sobbing and crying, bro. Cry with, have your lawyer beside you to work out a plea bargain deal to get, you know? I tell, but I'm gonna reap some benefits. But you done already told you ain't gonna benefit from nothing. At least I'm gonna testify, be able to come home or something. Damn. Doing all that damn crime.
If this is the first time you've seen a gang member cry, you're certainly not alone. But it actually happened again in the detective's very next interrogation. While these cops were busy talking to Jeremiah, a breakthrough had been made outside of the interrogation room. Remember this footage recorded by a civilian witness earlier? Well, after 5 days of investigation, they actually managed to track the car down, enabling them to take in another suspect, Antonio Whitaker. Police would quickly realize that Antonio might be even more important than Jeremiah as a suspect. He's a supposed member of the BBM gang, and believed to be one of the suspects that initiated the shootout. The thing is, he's just 17 years old. Since there's still some information even Jeremiah couldn't give them, they figured they might be able to scare him into giving up everything he knows. And their first idea is an unconventional but possibly extremely effective method: a call home to mom.
Hello, Ma.
This is really, really serious now. You need to put yourself wherever you was and get to telling them with your part as much as you can, because you can't take the blame for this, and this was not you.
Mama dumb as hell too. I'ma go and be honest. At least tell them, man, wait till you get a lawyer in the fucking room. Y'all don't never make the shit easier for yourself. You keep just shoveling, digging a damn hole, bro. Burying yourself alive. I ain't saying like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll free these dudes, because if you do a crime, you do the time. But also, bro, understand. Get a lawyer, bro. You know?
I feel you.
You shouldn't be sitting there. They know it's your car. You can't get out of that. Dude, you're better than this.
Antonio doesn't even seem to feel like following his mother's advice. Despite the fact that they know it was his car, he's claiming that someone else was actually driving it that day. And even more unfortunately, he'd forgotten exactly who. Listen to his story and see if you believe it as much as the detectives do.
So you saying you were at home? No, wait. Like the whole day? Someone took your car somehow, brought your car back, gave you the keys back or whatever, and then so you could take your sister home. That doesn't make sense, man. You know a jury, you know a judge. They're not. I'll be honest with you. I mean, what you're giving is not even a good statement. It's not even a good lie. That's why it'd probably be easier for you to tell the truth.
You see, about an hour after the shooting, Antonio was confirmed to have used his car to pick his sister up from an event, meaning it was clear that he was still in possession of it. But that didn't faze Antonio, and despite how many questions police asked him, he refused to give up anything.
How this works, you might already know this from TV, but I mean it's kind of accurate. We're going to compare your DNA to the DNA on the shell casings that we collected on scene. Is there any reason your DNA is going to be on there? Because if there is, you've got to explain that. You said no, or I don't know. Who got in the car with you at all? If you're saying your DNA is not going to be on those shell casings, right? And you're saying you weren't driving, who did you let drive your car? believable. But right now it looks like it's on you.
They're trying to force a confession out of him by telling him that if he'd been in physical contact with any of the evidence tied to the murder, they would find out and he would get sentenced. And they're not lying either. When you touch anything at all, you leave behind skin cells, sweat, small hairs, or even oils that can quickly be traced back to you. Meaning, if Antonio had touched the car, the bullets when loading his gun, or anything else related to the murder, police would find out. However, as of now, detectives haven't had the time to run these tests to confirm if his DNA was present, meaning they couldn't pressure him to a confession, and they'd have to wait until later. So in the meantime, they move their attention to the next suspect. Remember the man Jeremiah gave up to the cops back in his interrogation? That was Zyeir Saunders. Once they had his name, they tracked him down and arrested him. And he would prove to be even more helpful than Antonio and Jeremiah combined.
Did you know of or hear about that young lady who got killed?
Yeah.
Did you know her?
Look at how all y'all doing crimes on house arrest, bro.
All y'all on house arrest.
Y'all
Everybody
the
on.
dumbest ass criminals I have. That's why I don't care what the narrator's saying. These ain't no damn gangsters.
Just dumb.
These some damn sent out ass, stupid ass motherfuckers. That's what we call them. Man, I'm not doing no crime on house arrest. Nigga, I got a monitor that's up. And I bet y'all had y'all phones on y'all, D. Just dog.
No. We don't think that she was the one meant to be heard. And I mean, based on what we're seeing. But unfortunately, she did get obviously hurt. Her family's hurt. Right. You know, when we did that search warrant, we got your phone.
Yes.
Okay. And we downloaded your phone. And your location is putting you on Rockaway that day. No shit. What happened that day, man?
Did I say?
I shot a pistol. You shot a pistol?
Yes.
This seems like a breakthrough. He's just admitted to being a part of the shooting, and it seems that all the detectives' work has just paid off. But they're not quite there yet. Of the 3 shooters,
I shot a pistol. You don't want to be. This is him. Cause this is the thickest one out of all of them.
detectives' work has just paid.
I could see that being him running like that.
Paid off. But they're not quite there yet. Of the 3 shooters, 2 did indeed use pistols, but one of them was actually yielding the extremely dangerous automatic rifle that can be seen clear as day in this footage here. Instead of jumping this fence after the shooting, the man with the rifle fled directly down Rockaway Street. And that's the
Cause it looked like he had 2 hands on something.
Whoever that is. Yeah.
Right here, like, I don't know if y'all see, let me full screen real quick. This guy right here looks like he has his both arms like in a motion like this.
And you can kind of see when he run off too a little bit.
That doesn't look like a pistol to me. Does it look like a pistol to you?
After the shooting, the man with the rifle fled directly down Rockaway Street, and that's the direction Zyeir's phone shows him running. The good news is, that clears Zyeir of being the man that killed Tiara. After all, she was killed with a very specific pistol round. But that does put him directly in the spotlight of being the man with the most dangerous weapon, and one that is directly lying to the cops right now. And they're not about to let him get away with that.
We have video of the incident. You're on camera shooting a rifle.
Is it a pistol that holds, 2 rifle rounds?
Like, I mean, it ain't just. It is big.
Does it have a stock on it? Like something kind of modified type thing?
No, it didn't have a stock on it. So describe it there. I mean, no, it is a rifle.
That single piece of information resulted in Zyeir actually getting the highest sentence out of anybody involved in the case. Just the use of such a dangerous firearm actually increased his prison time by somewhere between 10 and 15 years. But he still doesn't know that yet. He's still under the guise that if he helps the detectives out, he might get a better deal. So not only did he tell them where to find the rifle he used, he also gave up one of the most vital pieces of information the cops had received in the entire case.
You said the group BBM? I just know they call it BBM. For real? BBM? Yeah.
Zyeir just told the cops the name of the gang that was involved. A huge piece of information that will help them track down.
Well, shouldn't he be a part of the gang too?
Yeah, I just know him as BBM. Well, you hang out with him, but how you
I ain't
don't
finna
know
be a
more?
part of no gang that I don't know that. No.
But yeah.
Every last individual that was part of this attack. Now the detectives have just one more final question that'll hopefully put together the final pieces of the puzzle they're looking for.
You've been extremely helpful throughout this whole interview. You helping yourself out too. You gotta ask, whose idea was it?
I know for sure it wasn't mine. They just around, so we'll just say, yo, it's my dudes. But you got different dudes, so you got different, like, that's how they is. But like, they ain't say it right then and there, they said it on Facebook, like, but they was like, I knew they was talking about me, they just didn't say it directly to me, but I knew they was talking about me.
He just gave up the group chat where all of these shootings supposedly were planned. With this, police simply had to cross-reference the names in the group chat with the supposed shooters on the CCTV, and the names that had been mentioned.
Hold on.
The names in the group chat.
I don't think this is him. I think this is him. This guy right here is too skinny to be him, in my eye.
But regardless, they both got like the same type of guns.
Style gun.
Yeah.
This one got a pistol.
Yeah.
But I also don't think this person killed her. I think whoever was in that other car is the one who killed her.
Possible.
But y'all...
With the supposed shooters on the CCTV, and the names that had been mentioned in previous interrogations, giving them enough evidence to sentence all 6 of the shooters. But unfortunately, this wasn't the resolution they'd hoped for. After examining all the weapons confiscated, it would turn out that none of them were a match to the bullet found in Tiara's head, meaning they still couldn't tie any specific person to the actual murder. However, there is one puzzle piece we haven't told you about yet.
Wait a minute.
The one that would solve this entire case. Watching the CCTV footage, it's clear that there is one man that directly shot at Tiara's vehicle.
Okay.
I told you.
If you follow this man, dressed in all black, back through the CCTV, you can trace him all the way back to the driver's seat of this black truck. A black truck that, until now, the cops were completely unable to identify. But then, they received one final piece of footage from a witness, allowing them to track it back to the owner, 44-year-old mother, Kia Brown. Police realized...
What the fuck? So that's the plot twist.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Let me put some understanding to it. I told y'all at the end of the day, whoever was in this car, I still believe.
Yeah.
Some just don't... 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 ain't adding up to be what it's supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, they was shooting, but they ain't hit not a single soul. Bad shooting ass motherfucker.
Yeah. I can't,
not saying like that, but
I could kind of figure that the ones that was shooting in the other Chevy wasn't the one that hit her because of how the bullet even hit the car on the side. Mm-hmm. It had to been coming from this direction. So I already... Like, that's just common sense. Like, I could kind of figure that because I feel like if it was from one of them, it would have came from, like, the back, maybe the trunk or the back window.
It would have actually hit a window.
It would have hit something like that in that nature. But...
Because it still don't make sense to me that they shooting this way, right?
You're right.
And nobody's shooting back.
Right.
Nobody is shooting back where the bullets... You know bullets are coming from behind.
Right.
I'm not finna stand up and start shooting at you like this when people are shooting behind me.
But if all these people supposedly, you probably got some type of, animosity with, why you over there? I'm talking about George. I'm back on George now.
Unless he with the BBM, but
unless he is with
But
them.
Also listen to what Zico said. Zico did say how the clique is working is kind of similar to how like a lot of cliques
like this my partner, this his.
So you might have a gang, right?
Yeah,
but everybody else got a group of friends that not a part of the gang,
right?
So I got a group of people I hang with. He got a group of people he hang with, but we are part of the same gang. I'm just clicked up with other people, and that's how a lot of stuff happens too, though.
True,
and I'm just we cordial because of somebody we both know. So I'm like, what's up with my homie? We ain't homies. We don't kick it like that. But if I see you out, I'm going to say what's up to you. It's a lot of people I'm like that with because I met you through somebody else that you hella close with.
Yeah. But the only thing that doesn't make sense, which it may come up, whatever, like you said, if George is with the other ones, right? They the ones shooting. Did George ever fire anything?
I don't think George ever fired
But
anything.
my thing is, if that's the case, why we just shooting at this? You got folks back here shooting at this way. So why we?
Like I said in the beginning, I think George scoped out, and when when George backed up, that was the
right. I agree, but I'm saying,
you get what I'm saying?
No. I get everything you're saying, but I'm just saying, I'm shooting at this car
because this car is still part of it. So even if with them, even if I hit you, it's still like I hit them. You get what I'm saying?
I'm saying you yeah. I got you.
No, it's thorough. Explain what you're trying to go.
Nothing. I'm just saying, like, I'm not going. Like, people are actively shooting,
taking a risk.
I'm going to be shooting back at the people that's actively shooting at me, regardless of who's involved. Like, I get it. I get that he may have some involvement. I get, but maybe I'm just.
I get what you're saying. That's the logical thinking, and they mindset.
I am a logical person, so maybe
they
that's
mindset in a street sense.
Yeah.
Me shooting at you. If I hit you and I kill you, it's
just
like me shooting back at them and killing them.
Yeah, I got you.
Back to the owner, 44-year-old mother, Kia Brown. Police realized they had to interview her, knowing that whoever was driving Kia's black truck that day killed Tiara Harris.
Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Good. I'm Detective Smith. This is Detective Davis, back in police.
Hi.
Hey, we wanted to talk to you or whoever drives this truck, reference that incident that happened up the street. They were being shot at. And we're finally trying to catch up with them. Looked like a couple males. And have you heard about this?
I heard about what happened on the corner. This is my truck, but my son was driving.
It wasn't Kia, but her son driving the car that night. And after running his name, they'd find out he had ties to a rival gang of BBM. So the detectives had Kia call her son and hand over the phone to the officers.
I have some detectives here right now. The day that we were moving in, the incident that happened around the corner.
Moving in?
They would like to speak with you. Do you have a moment? Can you go on break?
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
Good. I'm Detective Smith. I'm with Detective Davis with me. Hey, what's your name before we get started, bud?
Lanier Worthy.
Lanier. All right, Lanier. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
So listen, man, I won't keep too much of your time. We were wondering if we could talk with you and your mom maybe in person at some point, and we wanted to talk to you about that incident that happened up the street. We know you're over there, so we were hoping you could help us, actually. You're not in any trouble. We're actually hoping you could help us. Would there be a good day for you to...
Anybody watching, never believe when they say you ain't in any trouble. When they say that, you in a lot of trouble.
And that also kind of, in a sense, I guess, answered or validated, like, basically what you were saying, as far as, like, George probably being with the BBM clique, because these boys are a rival of them.
And you pulling up something, what y'all on? Only time people pull up and be like, what y'all on? What y'all doing out here? It's people who be the ops. I ain't never pulled up on.
And honestly,
you pull up and be like, "What y'all up to? What's happening?"
And honestly, there's no telling what he actually said. That's what he told them. He said.
True.
And trying to
because I ain't like the way he was hanging out that window.
Yeah. So.
Nah, because you would have. I say this because they were already outside, right? And it looks like he had passed. George had passed.
Yeah.
You would have saw them already outside. You would have slowed down and stopped and rolled down the window and said, "What's up?"
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had to pass, reverse it, hop out the window. It's all in emotions of like when you been in the streets and did some stuff. It's about what the motion really is.
Yeah.
You would have blew the horn, you know what I'm saying, get somebody's attention. What up, fool? Now they probably would have clutched just to see who it is if they didn't recognize the car, but. It's a lot of sketchiness is going on, though.
This weekend fun?
Yeah, Sunday the 8th. Can we do it anytime after 2:30? Okay.
Anytime after 2:30?
All right, man. We appreciate it. We'll see you at 3:30.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Bye.
And just like that, they had an interview scheduled. And this was the final suspect at the scene that they hadn't yet spoken to. The man suspected to be the driver of the black truck and the man they think shot Tiara.
Dad, how you doing? What's up, man? Appreciate you talking with us. So, I mean, obviously you know why we're here. about that incident that happened on the street. So, we just wanted to know your perspective. That happened that day. What did you see? That type of stuff. Can you kind of run us through that day?
I was standing in the driveway on my phone. Then heard shots. I got down, ducked. Then when the shots stopped, I heard that, ran to the car.
When the shots started happening, you ran and got in the driver's seat. And then Teen got in your passenger seat. Right? Okay.
That was it. Lanier had just told them he was driving the black truck that day, confirming he was the man in all black that drove the truck and hopped in the Chevy. He was the man that fired the bullets. So they decided to ask him up front.
I'm about to ask you something, man.
Why were you in the driver's seat of the Chevy if you had drove the truck over there? That also, but that's detail I just personally want to know.
Yeah.
It might not be details of reason, but that also explains some other shit too, though.
I'm about to ask you from your parents. I'm sorry, but I gotta ask. Did you shoot that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Even though he said no, police already had all the evidence they needed. The car tied to him, his ties to the rival gang, and finally the video of him shooting at Tiara's car. So they arrested him on the spot and brought him in for interrogation.
What's up, man? Here you come.
Am I able to have a lawyer with me right now?
What's that?
Can I have a lawyer with me?
You can do whatever you want, man. I'm not here to... Okay. Are you saying you want your lawyer? You don't want to talk?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But in the end, this wouldn't matter, as when they arrested and processed him, they managed to confiscate his gun. And after analyzing the forensics of the bullet inside of Tiara and Lanier's gun, it was a match. Lanier had fired the killing shot. After 5 months of investigation, all the puzzle pieces were finally in place. In total, 7 people were charged in this incident. Zyeir Saunders was charged with involuntary manslaughter and 4 counts of felonious assault and was sentenced to 35 to 40 years. Antonio Whitaker and Jeremiah Williams got 20 to 20.
Jeremiah, crybaby ass nigga, ain't he?
Facts.
Can't be no gang member, bro. That's how, like, I know the narrator keep calling him gangster. The boy ain't no gangster, man. The boy weak. It's okay. But just know the streets was never for you, though.
5 to 40 years. Antonio Whitaker and Jeremiah Williams got 20 to 24 years on similar charges, while the 4th assailant in this group, Darion Rackley, got 34 to 40 years. It was confirmed Antonio's DNA was in fact found on various bullet casings on Rockaway Street, despite his claims in the interrogation room. The next 2 to be sentenced were the ones who shot back at Zyeir's group after being rolled up on. They were Javier Small and Jonte Smith, who were sentenced to 4 years and 2.5 years respectively. Lastly was Lanier Worthy, Tiara's actual killer. However, as of this video's upload, he's still awaiting sentencing. Tiara and George were not involved in any of the gangs in the shootout and were found completely innocent. At long last, Tiara and her family could finally be at peace.
I'm gonna say this 100%.
First and foremost, rest in peace.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Definitely
rest in peace to her, and she was most definitely innocent.
Yeah.
I can't vouch for nobody else. She was the most innocent person involved.
Yeah.
Just because y'all believe the story George told doesn't make him innocent. I'll say this.
True.
For sure. But for sure, she could have just been an innocent victim with her boyfriend at the time. She just riding with him, probably don't know what's going on. They could have been talking about the baby situation because she just found out she's 2 weeks pregnant. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they probably talking. He scoping out. Y'all would never know the 100% truth. Would never know.
Cause my other thing, I was no.
No, say it.
No, it wouldn't make sense. No, okay, yeah.
No, it's X. Now be like,
I don't have anything to ask. I just had a thought in my head, and I was just like, I said it won't make sense because we had already covered it. So I was like, basically, I was about to say, I'm wondering, did y'all mistakenly think that this car was shooting at y'all? That's what I was going to say, but then I was like, that one in the sense that like you would know, like bullet, So I was like, that wouldn't even make sense. So anyway, but yes, rest in peace to her.
Nah, because he wasn't the only one shooting at that car. The other dude was two was shooting back too.
But people be so trigger happy. Oh, he's shooting. I'm about to shoot too, because y'all think this car shooting at y'all. Y'all just heard gunfire.
What's his name? Linear. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's just cool with y'all. No, he said he part of a rival gang.
He said, yeah.
So you know your gang members, you know your homies, bro. Nah.
No, so that's why I said that won't make sense. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, but yes, definitely rest in peace to her, because that is a sad situation, man. Yeah. Facts, man. But hey, y'all spam us up in the comments, man. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts and opinions about it in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is Zyeir Nicole.
We are
Kid and C.
We out.
Peace.
Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and on the glad me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar.